Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome to Garden State Weather on this Thursday, the 7th of November, 2024. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith, and it's getting close to Christmas here, and Dublin Bar, the Temple Bar actually in Dublin, is looking great this morning. This is one of the most famous bars in Dublin, and I'm going to get there next year on a trip. It's 55 right now, heading into noontime. It's looking good. Dallas Skycam this morning is also looking good before sunrise at 61 there. Straits of Gibraltar, lots of cumulus clouds. It's gorgeous. 12:45 in the afternoon, 68 degrees. Frenchman Bay Cam in Bay Harbor, Maine has a beautiful sunrise this morning with scattered clouds and broken ceilings as well. 52 degrees. Rick's Cafe Cam in Jamaica looking good at 79 this morning. Inner Harbor Cam in Baltimore, Maryland, a mixture of cloud and sun as the sun just passed over you. It's waking you up, 64 degrees. And in New Orleans, the streets are clear and the trucks are out picking up the garbage and cleaning up the streets. It's 79 this morning, and the Bourbon Street Cam shows the same truck here, 79 degrees. Back at the Reunion Tower Cam, we did this. Brickell Cam in Miami, Florida. It's 81 degrees. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Our Statue of Liberty this morning at 6:46, just after sunrise in New York City. On Ellis Island here, 66 degrees. It's just beautiful. That's an old picture. I'll take you to the Statue of Liberty panorama cam this morning at 6:47, 66 degrees, and this is pretty gorgeous. This one's not. Ellis Island again is, I don't know why they keep repeating this. Statue of Liberty, here we are. Statue of Liberty Harbor Cam in the New York Harbor here. It's beautiful sunrise this morning. Look at the clouds. It's gorgeous. 66 degrees. It's well above normal for this time of the year. We're going to be talking about Category 2 Storm Rafael in the Gulf of Mexico in just a few minutes. Right now at the Weather Center, it's 60 degrees. It's mostly cloudy, but that's going to become mostly sunny with a high temperature of 71. So it's going to be cooler today. We had a lot of record high temperatures yesterday in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area. And then a cold front's going to come through, mostly dry again. Turn temperatures with sunny skies back into 68 on Friday, which is still above normal. Saturday's normal now with the northwest wind and 58 with sunshine. Finally, we get some rain showers here on Sunday night. Now, it's only a 42% chance, and there's not a lot of rain coming here. And it's going to exit before dawn or around dawn on Monday. And then temperatures continue into the 60s here on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're back into the 50s. Finally, rain showers developing on Thursday into Friday morning, mostly on Thursday now. So, it's not a lot of rain. And then cooler temperatures back to near normal here next Friday and Saturday as well. Pollen is very high. Allergies are not looking too good for most people. Right now, the air temperature is 60, feels like 62. Lots of cloud cover over the area this morning, about 67%. No precipitation today is expected, and none has happened. The wind is out of the west right now, so that's good. That's downsloping air, and that's going to bring our temperatures back to the low 70s today, even after the cold front comes through. It's going to take a while until tonight before temperatures cool down. Dew point's a little sticky at 58. Humidity is 87%. The UVI index is 3, which is very low and normal for this time of the year. Air quality is very good at 21. Allergies, however, not. And medication is going to be needed. Visibilities are excellent after the morning clouds burn off. High pressure is building in across the area. And the moon is now at 39%. And the next full moon coming up on November 15th. So under clearer skies tonight, you can definitely see that crest of the moon. And let's see, sunrise this morning was at 6:35 and sunset tonight at 4:45. Back here at the New Jersey Rutgers Meteorology Program in New Brunswick on Rutgers University in New Brunswick, Cook's College. It's 59. The wind is out of the west-northwest and about 4 to 6 miles an hour. Still holding on to the upper 60s here in Atlantic City and Seagirt and Seaside Heights here at 66. Harvey Cedars, LBI 66. Still a warm night for Walpack at 48 and Sandyston 49, 51 in Basking Ridge. Taking a look at the actual air temperatures right now, basically in the 50s and low to mid 60s in the New York City metropolitan area, including the fact that we have 70 this morning at LaGuardia. And there are a couple of airport delays here too. We'll tell you why. That's mostly equipment problems. Other than that, daily minimum temperatures this morning bottomed out into the upper 40s and low and mid 50s and 60s here. So it wasn't a bad overnight. And temperature dew points here are in the upper 40s to low and mid 50s, even some 60s here. So it's a little sticky out there. Relative humidity is quite high, which is normal at this time of the day. There's no mixing of the sun yet. Solar radiation, well, it's not coming in just yet because the sun just rose and it's not high in the sky. Precipitation, none in the last 24 hours. Wind speeds are kind of light because we have high pressure in control, but we do have a cold front that is approaching and moving through the area over the next couple of hours. And there's really nothing on the radar. This might be scattered. That's probably not true. Geocolor shows that colder air cloud tops here showing up over northwestern New Jersey, over northeastern Pennsylvania rather, and New York State. Basically clear skies. There's some mixed cloud cover here over northern New Jersey and southern New Jersey as well, but that's not really impressive. And you can see the front as it's showing up here in the IR band, and the water vapor channel showing the same thing. And then all this dry air coming in from Pennsylvania and New York will be spreading in our direction today. On a national scale here, looking at the upper level water vapor channel, we have this upper low over the desert southwest here. Here is Raphael, but you can see even in the upper level water channel here, it's going into dry air, and there's a ridge of high pressure off the east coast, and that cold front coming through kind of nebulous here along the eastern United States coast. And a new storm in the Pacific Northwest. Taking a look at the shortwave IR, we can see the moisture here over the desert southwest here. You can also see Hurricane Raphael into the Gulf of Mexico right now, and where this goes will depend on what's happening upstream and also over the Atlantic, because there's a lot of moisture coming in from off the ocean on the lower levels, and the upper levels have a southwest flow. Raphael is a very interesting storm. It's a tightly woven center here, now well past the islands into the Gulf of Mexico. There's some lightning strikes here, and it's trying to get through this area of upper level divergence here, which is showing up, but also all of this dry air just to its west to survive. And what's so interesting about Raphael is that we have an upper trough here, or an upper low, out over the North Atlantic, and we have basically another upper level low well east into the North Atlantic, and then the flow is onshore across the southeast, including, Florida Keys here. But we also have an upper level trough just to its west and dry air, which, the National Hurricane Center now thinks that this storm is going to go this way, not this way. And we'll be watching for what happens to the Florida Keys, and also as it approached as a Category 3 storm over Cuba in the last 24 hours. And Hurricane Hunter planes are investigating Raphael right now, but it is located about 195 miles to the west of Key West, Florida, 180 miles to the northwest west now of Havana, Cuba. Maximum sustained winds are still at 105 miles an hour. That's a Cat 2 storm, and it's moving to the northwest at about 9 miles an hour. Tropical storm warning for the dry Tortugas has been discontinued, and the summary of watches. There are no coastal watches or warnings in effect. Interest in the southern and southwestern Gulf of Mexico should monitor the progress of Rafael. Does look like this storm is trying to re-intensify, but is running into dry air. And because of all of this confusion, it's moving to the northwest at about 9 miles an hour. That's at 7 a.m. this morning. It's Category 2 storms now in the Gulf of Mexico. And this kind of circle cone here means that it could go this way, it could go this way. But it may not be coming this way. And yes, this morning again, we have the Air Force into the storm, low-level reconnaissance here, and also low-level reconnaissance from the NOAA mission into the storm this morning. And they'll be monitoring all of this. Key messages here on Rafael is that it will continue to bring periods of heavy rain to western Cuba today. We'll check the Twitter accounts for all of this. Flash flooding and mudslides again. That's the normal for this area. Rafael is forecast to meander over the central Gulf of Mexico, which we just showed you, into early next week. So we're going to be monitoring all of this. Not too much has changed in the cold and flu across the eastern United States and the southeast as well. And cough, again, growing, nothing's changed. They're not reporting strep. Fever is high in New England, moderately so everywhere else. Flu is not being reported. COVID is minimal. RSV still in the mid-Atlantic states. Parts of Florida as well. No changes. Current national power outages here, probably because of the snow and all of this that's been going on over the last 24 to 36 hours. We still have about 66,000 people out with power here in New Mexico, and because of the Santa Ana winds, well, we're still out about 30,000, almost 31,000 people out in California. And most of this is in the interior, and in New Mexico, it's northern New Mexico where the snow fell. And it's the usual in Asbury Park this morning. A few people on the beach and on the breakers here. That's looking good with the waves coming in. And of course, people walking their dogs, just walking. There's bicyclists out here this morning at sunrise. Everybody wants to know how much rain is going to fall in the local New Jersey area. According to the last night's European model guidance, well, I mean, over the next 90 hours or so, this is nothing, okay? And by the time we get into Monday, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday, just a few hundredths of an inch. But with the next system coming in, adding to this, there could be a little bit more here. Better than an inch in New York City and Brentwood and the Yonkers. We'll check this morning's GFS on this. Again, same kind of thing. A couple of hundredths, maybe a half an inch in the city. It's going to help the firefighters and the denting of the drought. Finally, by a couple of days, like 10, 15 days here, there'll be areas where there's nothing and areas where there's better than, an inch. The bottom line is that, it's going to take a lot more to dent this drought. On the aviational weather deck for today, we do have VFR basically in place. Sorry for the allergies. Scattered clouds about 25,000, and that is after 18C this afternoon. Northwest winds kicking in at 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 15 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 in the afternoon. Sorry about that. VFR, scattered clouds tonight. Winds diminish and decouple about 5 knots or less. Friday and Saturday VFR, westerly winds 10 to 15 knots, gusts up to 20 to 25 knots during the afternoon, diminishing again at night with the solar radiation. Sunday and Monday, a period of sub-VFR conditions with some showers, mainly later Sunday into Monday morning. Small craft advisories continue on the waters today and tonight as the cold front crosses and moves through the area later this morning. South winds becoming northwest at 10 to 15 knots, gust up to 20 knots. It sees around 3 feet. Friday and Saturday, small craft advisory conditions, mainly wind gust, are forecast Friday night and Saturday morning. Sunday and Monday, a mainly brief period of near small craft advisories with gust possible. Fire weather again, mainly for tomorrow and Saturday. And again, showers and wetting with later rain showers on Sunday night and Monday morning. So continue to follow the burn restrictions and check with your state and local fire officials. There may be a few records today, but not like yesterday. And we'll check this out and see what happens. Now, the most important stretch here is the consecutive days without measurable precipitation. And we're nearing 35 to 40 days here. With this upper level low across the desert southwest, Colorado, and New Mexico here, we're dealing with winter storm watches and warnings here. Yes, and of course we're watching Raphael here and the big ridge of high pressure off the east coast. And this cold front coming in, which is nearly stationary at this point, and a prefrontal trough coming through. But skies are clearing behind it. 3-day forecast for today, Friday, and Saturday for the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. Today, again, it's going to be quite mild. AM clouds giving way to sunshine, a morning spotty shower, possible south and east of Philly, but that's not really showing up on Doppler either. That's significant at all. Friday, 58 to 71. If you live north, it's going to be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. South through the Delmarva here, southern New Jersey, about 71. Mostly sunny, breezy, elevated risk of rapid fire spread tomorrow. So we do want to monitor tomorrow. Don't burn anything outside. That's the general rule here. Saturday, lots of sunshine, cooler, less wind, between 50 north and 61 south. For the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, the average high temperatures for today are about 57. So we're going to go way above that again. And the average low is 44, and we're going to go way above that again. Forecast charts here from the Weather Prediction Center here this morning. This is a dissolving cold front here, okay? And as we get into the afternoon, that cold front's going to come across, but if you want any precipitation to fall, it's not here. Of course, this is Raphael, and this is our winter storm here over New Mexico and also Colorado. As we go through the overnight hours, this storm is going to shift to the south and east. There's going to be a lot of frontal genesis here along this frontal boundary, so there could be chances of spun up tornadoes and showers and thunderstorms on the east side of the front, and heavy snow in portions of Colorado and New Mexico. And as the front and east winds are off the coast here, it's going to be onshore flow. So we're monitoring all of this. But, you know, for the northern mid-Atlantic, if you're living in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area, you're not going to really see anything. Secondary cold front comes through tonight, and it's just dry. Could be some lake effect snows here, you know, off of Lake Erie, and into Maine, but And here comes that storm out of the southwest now. moving again towards the upper Midwest and then eventually into the Great Lakes because high pressure is in control. So if you're looking for any appreciable rain here in the Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area, that's not happening until you get to Sunday night, Monday morning, and even that doesn't look very impressive at all. Here comes another storm system into the Pacific Northwest. Then next week, more high pressure across the area. This front is dissolving, dissolving itself as it approaches. And then the next storm system again coming through with a warm front, high pressures in control through Wednesday and Thursday of next week. And that could bring up somewhat more rainfall around the area, but I'm not seeing anything great here. I do know that we need the rain, and there are still forest fires that are burning in southern New Jersey, and it's not the first time we're seeing this. So we're looking at the total QPF right now from the European models automated interface forecast system here. Okay, so it's not a lot of rain. And when we get out to about 15 days here, this is the total of what the forecast system is recording here. So, I mean, we're some 7 to 8 inches below average, so anything will help.